Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Today is March 13th. Oh my gosh, where does the time go? But big welcome to our testimonial patching podcast. My name is Peter No. I'm a senior presidential director here with LifeWave. And as always, I have my forever young, and today she's just shining so bright, Mrs. Suzanne McGee. How are you doing today?
I am doing great and excited to be here. This is a great story to tell.
Oh, it is always so nice to start off the week. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend, but get ready for another 5 days of testimonials here with our community. And tonight we have some incredible testimonials. So if you are a guest here, raise your hand if you're a guest here today. All right, for all the first guest timers, big welcome to you. Turn around and maybe give a virtual kiss to the person that invited you here on this call, because they must really care about you. And what you're going to hear in the next 30 minutes is this incredible, most exclusive technology that can literally activate your own stem cells. So get ready for that information. So without further ado, I'm going to actually read a disclaimer. Give me 1 second. Okay. The statements we make on tonight's LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure and prevent any disease or medical conditions. Our content tonight is for informational and educational purposes only. Please consult with your physician or appropriate healthcare provider with respect to your own symptoms or medical issues. The patches are not proven based on conventional medicine standards and should not be used in place of medicine care. Wow, that was a long disclaimer, but let's get ready for some testimonials. So I've had the pleasure of meeting Anita for, I don't even know how many years I've met you, Anita, but all I knew is when I first met her, I was blown away by her energy, her charismatic personality, and she is a dynamite. So, but when I saw her again, before she used the patches, I couldn't imagine her testimonial. So Anita, it's so good to have you back. I think all our viewers and our guests really love how fast the patches work, but they love also hearing the long-term results that's happening. So can you share with us who introduced you to the patch, how long have you been on it, and what has your experience been from beginning to literally the end now?
Well, Suzanne McGee introduced me to the patches through you, Peter. And I have been utilizing them, probably it was off and on for 2 years, but consistently for 1. And the very first time I ever put them on, I had immediate results. More energy, less inflammation in my body, and also better sleep. I was just pretty amazed at how fast, and I could feel them working. Everybody is a different type of a person. And what I did know is that I would see other things happening down the way, like my hair got thicker here in front. I'll be 69 in July. My nails long and hard, and I just noticed an overall wellness in my body. And I know, and then of course I started listening to all the, the podcasts, the doctor's calls, Dr. Stacy, Dr. Harmon, because I work in an integrated cancer clinic. So it was extremely important that I really totally understood this. And I have seen results in the clients or patients that have also using them at the center. Dr. Keneally has given me permission to sell them there and to allow the people to experience, because she knows the validity and the value of stem cell reproduction. And she uses them too personally, and she loves them. So it's pretty amazing.
Wow, you have gone through a lot in the last 2 years. I mean, you look amazing, your skin, your hair. I've heard recently you had a really incredible testimonial, right?
Yes.
Would you like to share that?
Well, one of the most incredible testimonies is when I started to feel the power of the combination of X39 and Aeon. You know, I'm intuitive. I'm very sensitive, and a couple of times I've worn Aeon by itself, and I felt the release in my knee and the inflammation and so on. But I also knew that, you know, how much I felt a release with the X39 as well, because I know it also works on inflammation and pain and the restructuring of your stem cell. So I started wearing them together, and just intuitively knew for some reason that these two guys work as a team. And even though X39 stands on its own. So that being said, I started double patching people at the center. And the minute I would double patch, immediate pain relief. Immediate. One lady had an experience where she had a bleeding tumor, and within an hour it stopped bleeding. With 30 minutes, excuse me, it stopped bleeding. And I just saw all these personal things happening to people. I patched one woman, big tumor in her stomach, the X39 right above that pelvis bone, and then I did like a little pyramid of the Aeon around it, and she looked at me and went, "What did you just do to me? What just happened? I feel amazing." So I've had some amazing experiences, not only with myself, but with others as well. And I have the interpersonal experience with myself, with my gut issues, my knee issues, because I'm on the floor so long. And I had a tingling nerve in the back of my neck that has stopped, that used to radiate all the way down into my hand. So between the X39 and the Aeon combination, it's all come to a stop. Oh, wow. One other thing. I had a plantar fasciitis was starting in my ankle, from my ankle to my heel. And the inflammation, I wear an X39 and an Aeon on the ankle area, gone.
Wow.
Gone.
Wow. So
I don't even know how I could go on all day.
Well, I mean, we can only see all the benefits first. And all this happened literally in the last 2 years, on and off, about a good year, using the patches consistently, correct?
Yes. Oh, and one more thing. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I'll talk fast. And I don't mind talking about this because, you know, after 60, no filter, just thought I'd tell you. But anyway, so in other words, I had surgery on October 28th. I had 28-year-old implants taken out of my chest, which are poison. Completely poison. And they did a fat transfer. They took the fat from the stomach and placed it into the bust line. I immediately began wearing Aeon and X39, one on each breast. And my breast went from blood red, bruised purple within 9 hours to yellow, to a breakup and just a yellow skin. We've got pictures. Suzanne and I have pictures of them.
Yeah,
you can see.
I have to hold off on the pictures today, but yeah.
No.
Yes,
No
yes.
no pictures. But I'm just saying that doesn't happen. In 9 hours, give me a break. No,
Wow.
sorry.
Wow. I mean, I think everybody must be scratching their head like I am right now on that testimonial, but we all know what inflammation is. And now with the Aeon and the power of the X39 together, it's a most powerful combination. So Anita, I mean, thank you for coming on. It's good to see you again. Can't wait to see you in person. And I think everybody resonated with your testimonial tonight for sure.
It's amazing. And I'm not going to stop using there's so many different combinations of things that you can use. And I'm learning a lot about them. And there's so many fabulous people in the company, so many knowledgeable people in the company. And as far as I'm concerned, health in a patch and go. This is just unbelievable, beyond my wildest dreams. So thank you for allowing me to share my testimony.
Well, thank you. Our guests, thank you. And we'll see you soon. Suzanne, wow. I can't wait to hear for Diane now.
Well, we think that it's going to be challenging to match that one, but I think you're going to find your match here with Diane Elliott. Diane's from Grand Junction, Colorado, and she has had some serious issues in her life. I'm going to let you begin to have her tell you what those are. Diane, thanks for coming on. And I know you've given me a list of things that were concerns to you. Would you start to tell us some of those, please? Diane, I think that you might be,
There you go. Thank you.
there you go. Mhm. Okay, great.
Thank you. So I'm one of those that likes to read the end of the book before I read the whole book and make sure it's worth my time. And so I'm going to tell you the end of the book, the beginning and the end, and then we'll fill in the blanks. And there has been two significant health things that I have experienced in my life, one positive and one negative. The first negative was when I was about 14 years old, I had mononucleosis, and that's the Epstein-Barr virus. That was a significant time in my life. And then hopping to the end, finding the patches was the second most important health thing in my life. So let's fill in the blanks a little bit. But at 14 years old, I got mono. It wasn't even fun. I didn't even get to kiss anybody for the mono. I just drank out of a bottle, a Coke bottle. And there was a group of us that were drinking soda, and I got mononucleosis. Epstein-Barr virus is just a very notorious virus, and that became a serial chronic autoimmune disease issues throughout the rest of my life. So when I was in my younger 20s, I ended up with Bell's palsy, and that's something you typically see with older people. And so half my face went pretty flat, and I couldn't move half my face. And that probably took about 3 or 4 months to get much better. There's a little teeny bit of paralysis from that, but that was good that was able to go away. Shortly after that, in my mid-20s, I found out that I had endometriosis. And the hardest thing about endometriosis was at that time, so, think back 40 years ago, they didn't really know very well how to deal with that. So we tried some different interventions, and the bottom line was within just a couple of years, when I was 28 years old, I had a complete hysterectomy. So while my girlfriends were having babies and starting their families, I was having hot flashes and in menopause. So that was very difficult, and that, it took a long time to get past that. Unfortunately, I got more autoimmune diseases, and by the time I was in my mid-50s, I had had 6 autoimmune diseases. And I'd had 5 whiplashes on my neck, a horseback riding accident, a water ski accident, and 3 car accidents, none of which were my fault, by the way. And so my neck was severely challenged, and then my low back as well had a ruptured disc in my low back. So lots of issues. So by the time I was in my mid-50s, I was thinking, okay, it can't get worse than this. Unfortunately, it did. And I was diagnosed with my 7th autoimmune disease, which was Hashimoto's. Hashimoto's has to do with the thyroid. And so it was about that time, I just figured, okay, game on. I've got to figure this out. I've got to figure out how to deal with it. Over the years, I had used the standard medication and gone to doctor after doctor and tried different medications and MRIs and this and that to figure out what was going on and to try to get some relief, but nothing really worked. So when I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, I completely changed my lifestyle, went vegan, exercised differently, lost 50 pounds fairly quickly, and worked really, really hard at doing everything that I could, everything that was under my control to get healthy again. And about 9 or 10 months later, when I was feeling pretty good and thinking, okay, we were, making great progress, then I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. So the cure for thyroid cancer in that particular case was to remove half my thyroid, which I thought, okay, we'll just get it done, get rid of the cancer, and then move on. But unfortunately, that was not the case at all. After I had the thyroid cancer, things got worse. Even though I was doing everything that I could to try to help my body and try to heal my body, I just couldn't get any better. I had brain fog. I had the symptoms that I had had before, came back with a flare, and even joint pain and several other things. It was so difficult that I even had a hard time working. And I love my work. I've done marketing and was working for a nonprofit and was traveling, working with orphan children around the world, which was pretty amazing. And I love my work, but I was having such a hard time. I had a hard time even working. So I ended up stopping working, and doing some freelance writing and whatnot, but just not fulfilled. And I just couldn't think clearly to really do that kind of work even. So that's kind of where I figured that, okay, after about 5 years, it's probably going to be the rest of my life. I couldn't see my way clear. Unfortunately, my husband got prostate cancer, and he's always been super healthy. And so this was a huge blow to us that he got prostate cancer. And so again, I was just kind of renewed and saying, all right, we've got to figure this out. I know that we need to do some treatment. And so we did do some treatment, tried to do as much holistic as we could, but we knew that his cancer was very aggressive. So we had to do something. We had to make some changes, and he did end up having pinpointed radiation. Through that, my very good friend, Deborah Wick, introduced me to patches. And so she gave me this little patch, one time when I was visiting her, and I just looked at the patch and said, and how is that going to help us? I mean, I didn't think that a little Band-Aid was going to be able to help us in any way. And I had tried everything, honestly. I'd worked so much on my health and with supplements and with homeopathy and with herbal things. I tried everything. So I thought I just couldn't imagine a Band-Aid doing anything any better. But I was willing to give it a shot. And David was in the middle of his radiation treatment, so he wasn't able to do the patches at that time. So I started on the patches, not expecting anything and expecting fully to be disappointed, but I was ready to try. And about 3 days later, I slept through the night, which was shocking to me, and felt rested in the morning. And that was so exciting. About 3 weeks later, and this was a complete surprise. Again, I had struggled with acid reflux for probably, 20, 30 years. And I have 4 brothers, and all of my brothers have it. And so after 3 weeks, I went to bed, I laid down, and usually every night, even if I ate at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my stomach would hurt. One night I laid down and there was no stomach pain. And I just was like, what is going on? This is so unusual. I don't know what's happening. Can't be that patch. It can't be the Band-Aid. My homeopathy must be working really well. So that was great. And then probably about a month and a half later, my energy started coming back and my brain started to clear a little bit. And by 3 months, I was just shocked because I had some hair growth. I had always, with the thyroid issues, my hair started falling out. And so I started having hair growth, and I'm thinking, what in the world is going on? And when you see something like that, you say, okay, that can't be the supplements. I was on the supplements before. Okay, this has got to be the patches. I don't understand why it's working, but I'm really glad it is. So that was just amazing. Now I've been on the patches for about a year. And again, just over and over, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more energy. I know that autoimmune diseases heal very, very slowly. So I fully expected that I would be using the patches for at least a year and a half or more before I would see everything settle down. But amazingly, already I'm in remission from everything, all of the autoimmune diseases, which is fantastic. My medication is stable for the first time since I had my thyroid half removed. So that's amazing. Joint pain is gone. My back and my neck are much improved. And I do every once in a while have a little tweak in my back or neck, but the recovery time is so fast. That's what is shocking. So I might have an issue, but instead of 6 months or 4 months or 3 months of chiropractic and, doing all kinds of things, it's a week or 10 days or something. And my back or neck is feeling better and I'm feeling more functional again. So it pretty much changed my life. And now I feel like I have a future again. I'm able to work. And I was so excited about the patches. I started sharing the information about patches, and lo and behold, people started getting healthier. And I was able to pay for my patches. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I mean, I'm doing what I love. And the company is rewarding me for doing that. So that's amazing. And then David's recovery, super happy to report that he went back for his 6th month, and his 6th month review was that there's no cancer. And I don't attribute the patches to that. But what I do attribute the patches to is a complete recovery and faster than what they expected. He is a building contractor and he's back on the job, and he's working and he's building, and he's just doing amazingly well with the energy, just almost as good as what he had before. So I'd say he's like 95% back. So that's amazing. And that's all because of the patches. So it's amazing.
Wow. Diane, I've heard part of this story before. I was amazed before, and I'm even more amazed now, because this is a life. It has been a life and multi-generations for you to work on one item after the other. How grateful you must be to be able to have come to this end of the journey, to find something that will work to this degree. I appreciate you taking time to share this. Peter, I know you must have questions. I see people coming in with questions on the chat.
We've been doing this now for 3.5 years. We have thousands and thousands of testimonials, Diane, you know that, but just to hear just the challenges you've been through and just to all the modalities for decades that you've gone through. And I thought I've heard everything, but I mean, just to hear that this little Band-Aid right here is just activating you like this. So I'm going to go straight to the technology, but Diane, Anita, I think all our guests here tonight really are probably resonate with you, with your pains, but wow, really shocked at what this can do. So thank you for sharing that. I can't wait to see you in the next year or at the convention for everyone. So remember Diane and Anita, everybody, we're going to see them at convention. So for all our guests, you all must be wondering, what is in this patch? How does it do it? So you've heard some incredible testimonials, but in simple terms, this technology is called photobiomodulation, okay? Simple terms, we're helping you activate in the speed of light. And the 3 words that I want everyone to pay attention to is called non-transdermal, to repair you and regenerate you, meaning no more injections of stem cells, no more creams for more chemicals to go into, absorb into your body, and no more pills for your body to process to physically turn you on and regenerate your body through your own stem cells. So how does it work, everyone? Just imagine that you are light. You emit light because you are light, okay? We're energy. David Schmidt, our creator, has found a way how to create organic crystals to put into this patch. There is no stem cells inside, okay? He just created organic crystals, so when you put this patch on your skin, it just activates by using your body's heat to talk to the crystals, to send a signal to talk to your cells, to turn on the #1 reverse aging peptide. It's called GHK copper peptide. When you go to the website called reverseagingwithghk.com, you will see the numerous benefits, like #1, repairing your DNA. Everyone, how important is it to repair your DNA? Imagine you can do that now, right, Kent? So imagine we can turn on 4,000 of your genes, okay? Genes that are up and down, just like a piano, we gotta tune you up. Now imagine collagen gets turned on, because I can challenge anyone. Use this for 90 days and look at your skin before and after, and you can see a difference, along with Diane sharing with her hair, like numerous of my friends. But the most important thing is when you can turn on that peptide, it will activate what we call your pluripotent stem cells, which are your intelligent stem cells that will go where it needs to go to repair you and regenerate you on the cellular level by turning on your own stem cells. So for Diane, it had to go all over the place. For Anita, it had to go all over the place. So I just want each one of you today, if you resonate with this technology, all you have to do is go to startx39now.com, look at the videos, look at the studies, hear the testimonials from our doctors and our users, and then talk to the person that invited you on this call. I'm going to pass this now back to Suzanne. She's going to share who's responsible for this technology and how to get your hands on it. So here you go, Suzanne.
Thank you, Peter. I'm excited to share the strength of our company and our patches. And I know that we've talked fast, so we want to make sure that you know you can go to startx39now.com and see a great 2-minute video on the value of light within our body. There is also another video that I really like from David Schmidt talking about the X39 and how exactly the technology works with issues it may be able to help with, as you heard tonight. The research and patents also can be found there because we are a science company. We are a tech company. We have a proprietary 20-year patent on X39. And this amazing patent said that X39 activates GHK copper peptide in the blood, which stimulates or activates your own stem cells. Well, how exciting is that? And you can definitely find more of that documented research there. Now, how did it all get started? In 2004, David created something to help the Navy SEALs stay awake on long-term missions without using stimulants. And the Energy Enhancer was born, and it was the beginning of LifeWave, a company that then made around $30 million a year. But David's global vision took it to 81 countries. No one understood what David knew about this brand new wearable light technology. He was ahead of his time. And in 2018, the X39 stem cell activation patches were released. And this wearable patented light therapy began to take off. Think of it. People were beginning to use cold laser, red light laser, and blue light. Since then, the company has grown so much. And this is exciting. Get ready for this. In February 2023, which was just last month, LifeWave had their biggest sales month in its 19-year history. Wow. And the biggest sales day with over $4 million globally. Isn't that amazing? We're really proud to be part of bringing this technology to the world. And Peter explained to you about the patch and just quickly how you wear it. It looks like a Band-Aid, but it's so much more. It's wearable light technology, non-transdermal, which means it's clinically proven to put nothing into your body. Inside the adhesive organic crystals, as Peter mentioned, there's going to be a frequency of invisible infrared light. And is right, your insides are made of light. So when you put this on, that light reflects off a crystal lattice structure, and it sends a light wave back into your body. The light wave activates this peptide, which is really important, GHK copper peptide. So the stem cells activated are called pluripotent, and pluripotent stem cells are the only cells in your body that can change into whatever cells your body needs for repair. So we know that when you were born, you had the highest number of stem cells. I just took care of a little granddaughter of mine. She fell. She ended up getting up and immediately walking and repairing on the spot. Well, we don't have that so much anymore. So we need to make sure that we wear this patch to activate those, because in your 60s, most of your stem cells go dormant, just hidden away, not dead. They're just dormant. When your stem cells are activated, they go into the most critical areas that the body needs. And as you can hear from our 2 testimonies tonight, that they went to the critical area of need first. You wear the patch for 12 hours on your body to activate, and then a rest for 12 hours. And because this is a form of wearable technology, you do not want the body to get used to it. You want to be able to have that time without it. So how do you get the patches? You'll have to go back and talk to the person who invited you to this call, because they will make it the best for you. What are your needs, and how can that best work into your schedule and your life? But I would suggest that you get these into your life as quickly as you can and make them a part of your life. Wear them consistently, and you will see the results. Some of them will be in areas that these 2 women mentioned tonight, but it depends on what your body tells you. The body's in charge. So, Peter, we want them to know that they have resources that they can go to. And would you like to end up closing it, please?
Well, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Anita. And thank you to our community. Just know that we do this 5 nights a week. We share the light every day. And all we want to ask you is, who do you know? Who do you know that could be in Diane's or Anita's shoes, and millions of us today that need to sleep, need more energy, needs to help with inflammation, and we can be the solution for them. So please send them to these calls. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight again. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And again, thank you all. Bye, love you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.